Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. We are going, we being Reese and we are taking the black Lil Red Express, the Red Nite Express, as we like to call it. And in order for us to do that, it's time to go. We have to put together the list of things to do and the list of things to take. And what's awesome is that even though it's beginning of February, we are having some really nice warm weather, so I can get a nice head start. So I pulled the truck out of storage and brought it to the storage unit number 2, which is kind of my winter garage, since the home garage is dedicated to storing vehicles that are running and driving and keeping them snow-free, ice-free in the winter. That was a promise. So I am set up in here. So it's a pretty decent setup. I pretty much have almost all the tools. That's the kind of the goal, is to get, this is like all my portable stuff that I would take with me. And so if I need something else here, I get it so that I can have a second set of tools. And then for traveling, I've got tools I can take and not worry about grabbing the ones from home. The to-do list. Well, need to make sure that the truck is ready for the drive. So I'm going to do some things, going to check. So I have what do I have? 6,681 miles on this truck since I rebuilt. I have to fix that since I rebuilt the engine. So it seems okay, but I never rebuilt an engine before this one, so it's entirely possible I may have done something wrong. I took my thermal quad apart after putting it together and found a whole bunch of stuff, so it's quite possible, you know, I could have screwed something up, and I don't want a catastrophic, you know, failure on the highway. So first step is to go through my list. Can't really see it, but you know, some of the things we got are, I'm gonna pull the lifters, check them for wear. I'm gonna pull the oil pan, and you know, maybe check the bearings. If I really need to, I'm probably gonna get a scope from Logan and you know, check the heads, you know, and make sure they're in the cylinders, and make sure everything's okay. You know, look for some really strange wear on the cylinders. If they're still crosshatch on everything, cool. Probably do a leak down test. Most of my cylinders are between 120 and 140, so that's actually pretty good. But I just would like to make sure, especially I think cylinder 8 is always a little bit, almost like 118. So then once I decide whether or not it's a viable vehicle, next step is flush the radiator. I've got a transmission fluid leak, probably just need to tighten it up. Maybe the gasket's bad. I have another gasket and trans filter yet. Maybe I'll just dump those anyway, even though I did them 6,000 miles ago. And I have another alternator. Actually, I switched this one out. I thought it was bad. So let's actually open it up. Can actually show you what I'm talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, look at that. Forgot this. This is my, yeah, let's leave that here so that doesn't end horribly bad. Oh, alternator. This came out of the maroon truck. I thought I was having troubles with my other alternator. It was the voltage regulator instead. That was the problem. And so I've got a nicer one, dual pulley, and I'm gonna put that one back in. I'll still take this one with me on the trip just in case I need it, or maybe if someone else needs it. Going to switch this one out. This one's pretty corroded. I have a new one. It was $8. It'll stop leaking. I've always had a little bit of a leak in the valve cover gaskets in the back, so I have new gaskets, but like I said, I'm gonna pull the lifters. I'm gonna check them for any weird wear, and battery terminals, clearly, this is pretty nasty. This one uses heavy duty, this one's using heavy duty speaker wire. So I'm going to get actual hoses. Oh, here's a vacuum gauge that I just have sitting hanging here. I could disconnect it, but then I have to plug it up somewhere, and I kind of use it sometimes in here. So right now it's just gonna hang in there. Brand new battery, real tie downs. Look at that. And the carburetor, I want to check, see if there's any other metering rods, any adjustments with the spring, or maybe the metering rod height, and see if I can maybe lean this out a little bit, get a little bit better gas mileage for the trip. I might buy the kit, and it's got a bunch of different rods and springs, so give that a try. The wiper bushings, these, yeah, they're in there somewhere. I have new wiper bushings. They seem okay, but that's not something I want to mess with while I'm on the road. Transmission linkage, it's a little bit loose. Getting it into reverse can be a little bit touchy. And I think that, I don't know if that's the rod or somewhere else in there. That's not a huge one, it's just getting into reverse. It used to be getting it into first, but I adjusted it. Cruise control, I have cruise control for this truck. It used to go right here. And so I'm going to put the cruise control back in. My horns, I think I had it working, and I think the little pad in there just stopped working again. I'll check all my electrical grounds. I have a weird thing when I have my blinker on the inside, things kind of blink funny. So I want to fix that. Like if I have my lights on, and it's, yeah, so obviously there's something weird going on. I don't know if it's inside there or if it's a ground elsewhere. I know I probably don't have enough grounding. There's supposed to be a ground strap down there. I took it from the maroon truck, and I'm gonna attach the ground strap to this. That might help. Hood lamp. So I have this cool lamp, and see this? It tracks. It goes like 25 feet. It goes to the other end of the truck. This came off with this hood, which was off a RAM charger. I hooked up a switch. It's on a Mercury switch, but with as much as I have it open sometimes, I could actually change it for LED, and then it would be fine. But otherwise, this switch kind of burned out. It's no bueno. And tinting. I wouldn't mind getting the side and rear windows tinted, and kind of help with the heat in there. I mean, it's all black. It's nice. This truck is pretty decent with the side curtains and the sliding rear windows. You can get by pretty good on a pretty hot day without having to have air conditioning and still feeling comfortable enough. Realign the hood. I'm not really happy with how this looks. It's not a huge deal. This side looks okay, but I do want to work on realigning that. And then what else do I have? Door latch. This one, when I open it inside, sometimes it doesn't open. Come on. If I do it quick and I like open it and close it right away, it doesn't actually do that. I want to get that fixed and grease all the bushings and tie rod ends and all that other stuff. Check all my bolts, make sure everything's tight, and also I'm going to pull the muffler and either just get a flex pipe or hook up a straight pipe down there. That's actually kind of at a bit of an angle, I think. And run this without exhaust, because I really want to see how it sounds. And if I can actually get it to where I'm driving there and back with the exhaust, and then when I get there, pull it out and put the straight pipe in so it sounds a little bit more badass, that would be cool. And I think that's it. Got all gaskets for everything if I do take it apart. I'll take them anyway in case I need it. And I'm gonna take everything that I'm taking on the trip, and I'm gonna lay it out, and I'll show you everything that I'm taking. And I'm gonna try to be ultra prepared so I can relax a little bit. Otherwise, here's kind of my list. Obviously the tools. I'm gonna take my jump pack, and it's got a little air compressor in it, which is nice. Butane torch, grease gun, light bar. These are things I need to buy. I've got my multimeter, my infrared thermometer, torque wrenches, my Milwaukee tools, and my Craftsman tools, and anything else I might need. Just this bag here. I'll probably get a little pack out thing so I can put it all in one and then roll it into the hotel. Taking with me an extra alternator, I got the HEI ignition module, the GM one, and I'll grab another one of those, take it, fuses, belts, bulbs, fuel filters. And then for the supplies, flex tape, Gorilla tape, tire repair, extra wire, electrical tape, fuel line, vacuum hose, more fuel line apparently, hose clamps, wiper blades, JB Weld, zip ties, Rain-X, gasket maker, dual fan, like one that you plug in and have in the cab, umbrella, maybe a shade tent, and oh, my Easy Pass. So I'm just excited because it's something to do, and I was starting to go stir crazy with winter and couldn't think of anything that I really wanted to work on because I don't like to take a vehicle out of service, which would be the only one that I would do anything with would be the Cougar, and that's the backup car, which actually Reese has today because his alternator plug came disconnected and he toasted his battery. It must be an old one, but it's toast. It will not charge anymore. Maybe I'll try the thing where I drop it and it resets itself. So yeah. That's where we're at for getting prepped for the Hot Rod Power Tour. And so, yeah, here's the bins. I like these, you know why? Because they're black and red. So yeah, some of the stuff I already have ready, flex tape, some more side bolts, lots of belts. This is all stuff I already had. Transmission stuff. Here's my other alternator. Here's my alternator I'm gonna put back in. Some miscellaneous crap. Cruise control. There's stuff that's left over from the other trip. So I'm gonna go through all that stuff and start packing up my supplies. I know this is June, but come nice weather. Oh. Something that I am gonna do is the gas tank on this one, and my maroon truck actually has a 22 gallon. So I'm going to grab the other one, make sure that the gas gauge works better. This gas gauge is a cheap Chinese one that doesn't, when it's full, it reads 3/4 of a tank, and then when it's down 13 gallons, it says it's totally empty. So I'd like to have it be more accurate. And so I'm going to change that out as well. And that's probably about all I'm going to do with the truck before the trip. The next videos will be of me doing some of the things and getting the truck all prepped. Hopefully this is plan A. Hopefully we can do plan A. Plan B is probably going to be either the Aspen or the Cougar. Cougar is nice. It's got air conditioning, cruise control, really awesome stereo, comfortable, really good gas mileage, like 26 miles to the gallon. It's the 3.8. It's the 86 Cougar. The Riata was a thought, but that's a little small. Another option was going to be, we're doing the engine swap in Reese's Grand Marquis. The maroon one has given up its engine and transmission for the gray one. That would be kind of a fun one because that's a really comfortable ride. And but I'm not a big fan of doing an engine swap and taking something that might not be proven that far away. I like safety. I'm not a risk taker as much when it comes to this stuff. The Mustang would be a great option because it's a cool car, it's a hot rod, it's the most reliable thing we have, and air conditioning, but I don't know, this has a little more style. So does the Aspen and the Cougar. And plus Reese doesn't drive stick yet, so although it would be a good time to teach him. So that'll be it for now. And I'll try to get some more stuff coming out. I'm actually kind of excited to have some things to put out. I didn't think I was going to get anything started until we were starting to do the Lil Red Express project, where we were actually redoing the Lil Red to be a Lil Red, and that's a whole nother thing. So thank you, and see me on the next video.